Hi guys. So I think you can see a different setup today. That's because I finally got the chance to move out of my home and go to another place, and I'm feeling so much better. Okay, so I didn't really have too much around, so I had to sort of, scrounge around and do something. All right. So, anyhow, so let's get to our topic today. So, I wanted to know what do you need to know right now? This is an urgent message. This is a message that is meant to find you today, right now, maybe. For whatever you're dealing with, whatever you need to hear from the spirit. So, I would like you to please concentrate on the three piles in front of you: pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. Please keep the question in mind. What is the message that is meant to find you today? What do you need to know right now? Okay, and please choose your piles. Okay, so let's start with pile 1. So, pile 1 with the amethyst. Awakened spirit, desire to change. The wind fairy, thoughts, words, intellectual analysis. Refusing to see. Flow. Coming together. And challenging times. Okay, let me see if I can fit all of this. Give me a minute, please. Okay, I think that sort of works. Okay, so pile number 1. What do you need to know right now? Okay, please give me a minute. All right, so pile number 1. Okay, the very first thing that I'm getting here for pile number 1 is that there is something. You guys are not going through a very good time. There are challenging times. With this challenging times card here, I'm seeing that there is something that you are not able to see. All right, which is the reason probably why you are facing whatever you're facing, or maybe you just don't understand why you're facing these challenging times. All right, I'm seeing with the wind fairy and the refusing to see card, both of these are number 2. It's almost like, the feeling I'm getting is that there's a lot of intellectual analysis going on. Okay, maybe you guys are people who are used to thinking via your head, via logic, rather than intuition. Because I am seeing the third eye in this person's, forehead is open, but their eyes are shut. And they're not like looking at the light. They're refusing to see something. There's something. There is definitely something that you are refusing to see that if you went with the flow on this one, whatever your situation is, please apply it as it fits. Okay, whatever your situation is, if you go with the flow, if you put aside logic, your over analysis, your intellect, okay, you will be better able to figure out what's going on. All right. Now they are asking you to come from the go with the the refusing to see, and the the wind fairy energy to come into the flow. All right, if you notice, these are all purples, and this one is yellow. All right, so it's almost like freeing yourself is what I'm feeling. It's like, your thoughts have you trapped, maybe going back and forth, off and on, trying to understand why is it that you are facing these times. It's almost like, I'm seeing you in a position of being defensive about something. You're being defensive about something. You're trying to understand, why is it that these challenging times have happened to you. And I sense that deep within you, you already know. Okay, now whatever the situation is, something tells me in these cards that you already know the reason for these challenging times, but you're refusing to see it. All right, now it could be anything. It's possible for some of you, you know the reason, but you don't want to see it. For some of you, you don't know what it is exactly. All right, and you need to know, you want to know. And the advice here is to go with the flow, go with your heart. What is your heart telling you? All right. There is a very strong emphasis on going with the flow at this point, rather than trying to analyze, deduct, use rationality, use your thoughts. All of those things are not going to serve you at this point, because whatever is happening right now in your life, okay, it's something that is not in your control. It's not in your control, which is the reason why nothing is happening despite all these thoughts that you're having. All right, this is probably in the hands of the divine, or it's just fate, destiny, whatever it is. Okay, please apply it as it fits, but it is not in your hands. All right, so the best thing that you can do is to go with the flow. If you're not able to understand it, forget the analysis. All right, just go with the flow, because you will get to the answer soon. With the awakened spirit, I am seeing desire to change. Yes, with the awakened spirit, I am seeing that you are going to get the answers. All right, this is a person, there's a beam of light that's coming to them, and they're all aglow. So you will get the solution or the answer to whatever it is that is causing these challenging times, but you need to go with the flow for that. All right, come together with your masculine and your feminine energies. Use your intuition as well as your logic to come to a conclusion. All right, that is for some of you. The second part of the message that I'm getting here is about your awakening. Pile 1, you guys are going through a spiritual awakening with the third eye open here. I am sensing that you are refusing to see that you're going through a spiritual awakening. All right, now with this card and this card, both of them, this is awakened spirit, desire to change, and this refusing to see. Now what I'm seeing in these two is that you have somewhere, there has been a change that has been initiated, and you don't understand it. All right, because there are all these things that are happening within you and you just don't get it. And that's probably putting you in these challenging times, because you're like, you're holding up a shield almost. You're like, oh my God, I mean, like, what is happening to me? Right? Because you are somebody who is more ruled by the intellect, by the practical, by the logical. And so when all of these things happen, they kind of throw you off. All right? So let us take, for example, suddenly you start having intuitions, and they come correct, or you start feeling telepathic communication, or you start seeing auras, or you start hearing things, all of any of those things. It could be any of those things. It could even be a change in your belief system. You probably might be experiencing some sort of a change in your belief system. Maybe you are going from the logic based mindset to something more in the flow, something more that resonates with your spirit, with your inner self, with your heart. Maybe you were a person who was very logical at one time, and now you're becoming emotional. I mean, whatever it is, whatever change you're going through, I do sense that you are going through something. Please apply it as it fits. But it is becoming challenging for you to accept the change because you are not used to it. All right? So, the message you need to hear right now, pile one, is to please go with the flow on this one, because you are getting spiritually awakened at this point. All right? There is an inner transformation that is happening. Your soul self is emerging out, and that is very, very different from your inner. That's very, very different from your outer self, your rational, logical self. Remove this, like helmet, all right, and let your third eye breathe, all right. There's nothing wrong. Nothing scary is going to happen to you if that's what you're worried about. On this one, go with the flow. All right, logic, rationality will not help you at this time. It is only going to drive you further and further into paranoia, or being defensive, or being, just stuck. Okay, this is a time for you and your spirit, your soul, to breathe free, because you are awakening. All right, I sense that for a lot of you during this isolation, spiritual awakenings are happening. All right, once you allow yourself to go with the flow, I see your soul awakening to its true identity and coming together, of your brain and your emotions. All right, intuition and intellect. I see a beautiful coming together of these two aspects of the human personality. All right, so this could be left side of the brain rules the intellect, right side of the brain rules intuition. So this is a coming together of both of these in a very wholesome and awakened spirit. All right, this is something important. I feel this is what is coming up in pile one. Of course, there might be different scenarios. It's possible for some of you, it might be related to relationships or jobs, whatever it is. Okay, no matter what area of life it is that you are going through challenging times in, logic is not going to help at this time. All right, your intuition will help to some extent, but more so, it would be going with the flow that is going to bring you into this energy of finding a solution or finding the answers to whatever issue you're facing at this point. All right, so let's take, for example, a relationship. If it's a relationship you are having issues in and you're trying to sort it out logically, rationally, they are asking you to go with the flow and stop using logic and refusing to see the heart of the situation. If you do that, I see either the relationship repairing or you going on to finding something like an answer to what's to be done in the future about this. All right, basically refusing to see the situation, using logic, at this point of time is not going to serve you, pile one. All right, going with the flow, going with your intuition is going to bring you answers, solutions, and some sort of conclusions in the future. All right, so this is what I'm getting for pile number one. All right, so with that, Let's go to pile 2. Okay, so pile number 2. What do you need to know right now? The pile 2 is the green Aventurine. Third eye vision. Reclaim your mind. Okay. Love. New vitality. Reach out. Control. And the serpent. Okay, so pile number 2, I think I'm getting kind of, like almost similar messages here. There is something in pile 2. Pile 2, what you need to do right now, what you need to know right now, sorry, is that you're exerting too much control over a certain situation. All right? Maybe it's in relationships, maybe it's in something else, I don't know. Whichever area you want to apply to this, please do. Okay? There is a lot of control that you're trying to exert into either getting something, working something out, or trying to figure out something. I don't know. There seems to be a lot of reticence, or rather withdrawing from something, trying to control yourself from doing something. All right, almost. I'm feeling like, there is a feeling of not wanting to take a certain leap of faith, being scared of it, knowing that you like something, or things like that, knowing that you want to do something but exerting control to not do it. Okay, so the advice here seems to be to actually go with your third eye vision and reach out. Do it. Wow, this is different. All right, this is cool. I'm really liking this message. Okay, so what it's saying now, I get it very clearly, and it's quite straightforward. It's saying, trying to exert control over something that you really, really want to do, okay, is just going to keep you in this stressed out energy. All right, use your intuition and go ahead and do it anyways. All right, when I see reclaim your mind, third eye vision, and knowledge and healing with the serpent, these are both cards of using your intuition in this situation, whichever situation you're involved in. For a large number of you, I'm sensing it's about love, reaching out to the person that you love. Something is, really wants to do that, I sense. And somewhere, you guys might be thinking that, maybe I shouldn't because of whatever reasons. Maybe they haven't reached out, or I don't know, something like that. Okay. But you are actually told to tune into your intuition, your third eye vision, your secret hidden knowledge, to arrive at a conclusion about what you want to do in the situation. Now, it's not necessary that it is about love. It could be about, reaching out to maybe friends or colleagues, or I don't know, family members, whatever it is, please apply it as it fits. But Control here, you controlling yourself from reaching out to somebody seems to be, um, you know, uh, almost like self sabotage. All right? Because what's happening here that I'm sensing is that by not reaching out, what you're doing is you are not opening up to information, to knowledge. So let's just take an example of, let's say, you like someone and they haven't reached out to you, and you are, really controlling yourself from maybe asking them why they haven't reached out or something on those lines, right? Well, what spirit is trying to tell you is that keeping yourself in this guessing game, this stressed situation, probably somewhere at the back of your mind, thinking why they didn't reach out to you, what did you do wrong, keeping yourself in this low vibrational energy is not going to serve you. It's better to reach out to the person and express yourself, all right, so that you can understand, you can gain the knowledge about what to do in the future, all right? Because for some of you, I sense if you reach out to this person, there's going to be a reconnection with this person, okay? Maybe there's been some sort of a misunderstanding or something, and you just are probably prolonging it, or they are prolonging it by just not communicating with each other, right? For some of you, I sense there's going to be a reconnection, a getting back, a deep love, whatever, because I'm seeing this like this wine is growing all intertwined. So I feel that, for some of you, this is going to be the beginning of a stronger bond once you reach out, all right? For some of you, I sense, if you actually reach out and ask that person, maybe they might just tell you, for all you know, that they don't want to reach out. They don't want this connection anymore. And then you are free to, explore this new vitality, this new life where you can be happy again. All right? So why keep yourself in this energy? Why not seek knowledge? Is it because you're scared of rejection? And if you are, then you need to know that you're blocking something beautiful from coming in the future. You might even be blocking even the same connection. So what's the point of being silent? What's the point of being so controlled that you don't ask? Okay, so you could probably ask, why didn't the other person ask? Well, they are they and you are you, right? Everybody is different in terms of their personalities, their knowledge, their wisdom. So you be the big one, right? Find out, gain knowledge. That is the biggest thing I'm seeing. That there's no point of being in this energy of stressing yourself out and exerting so much of influence, and really, there's just no point when there's so much life has to offer. Seek that knowledge, right? Wherever it goes, be bold enough to reach out. Be bold enough to be knowledgeable, or gain the knowledge that you seek, because that's going to open up gateways in the future. Don't be in this guarded energy, all right? So pile 2, this is a very strong message that I'm getting. And yes, to some extent, I also sense that, your intuition would be telling you what to do. I'm sure with the third eye vision, check it out with your intuition. If you think, if you're not sure how to tap into that, then logically ask yourself, what's the point of that? What's the point of holding back? What's the point of not knowing where this is headed? Whatever this is, whether it's a connection, if it's a job offer, or it is a, business plan, or whatever it is, what's the point of not knowing, of not seeking, right? Seek and you shall find. So, go ahead, guys, reach out, whatever it is. Okay, now pile number 3. So pile number 3 is the citrine. Birth of creation, potential growth. Seek. We were talking about seeking in the last pile. Giving and receiving. Move. Spread your wings. Birth, rebirth. Okay. Please give me a minute. I hope you can see, guys. Yeah, okay. Ah, right. So, pile 3. Interesting. Pile 3, I feel that you guys are seeking something. All right? You're either seeking answers or you're seeking maybe like I don't know. I just feel with this card, I just feel that you guys, pile 3, are in a place in life where you are seeking the next phase of your life. There's almost a feeling of asking the universe, what next? All right. So it's almost like this is the number 9. So it's almost the completion of a cycle. And now you're open for newer experiences, for something new, right? And I sense that you asked, or you are asking, or you're seeking from the universe the answers to what you need to do next. All right, this is a pretty strong thing I sense. This is you guys seeking certain answers, you guys seeking what's coming next. You need some answers, I sense. Now, the message coming through is that you are in a period of rebirth. All right, which is probably the reason why you are not seeing anything in the future or not understanding what your future is going to be like. You really don't know where it's going. And maybe it might be triggered off by the isolation we are in, or, in general in life, I feel. Okay, this is also the hermit energy of the tarot. So yes, you guys are in hermit mode. I sense you've been in hermit mode, in withdrawal for quite some time, and you are now asking what next. I mean, how long is this going to continue? What's going to happen? So the message is that there is a birth of creation happening. There is a birth, rebirth happening. The pathways are being made towards your future. Okay, at this point. So this is like an egg that is almost hatching. There's life here. So it's almost like, this is an incubation period for the next, for this new path, to hatch. All right. It's almost like, your life is, your future at this point, pile 3, is being planned. It's being incubated, it's being nourished, it's under process, is what I'm hearing. All right? And soon, it is going to be light. It is soon going to be revealed, I would say. All right? So birth to rebirth. This is what is happening in your life. And this is probably the reason why you guys are feeling, what next? Right? So this is something that I'm getting very strongly, that yes, you guys are going through a rebirth. Your future is being reworked. It's being planned. It's being carved out by the universe. All right. And this is powerful stuff, guys. Okay. It's almost like a recalibration, realignment of your path in the future. All right. Now, with the spread your wings card, I am sensing that this path is something that is almost like a higher calling. All right. So for some of you, I sense this could be about spiritual awakenings. Maybe you've gone through the dark night of the soul, maybe you've spiritually awakened or something like that. But the path that is now being carved out for you guys, it's a higher path. It's a higher calling. All right. Now, please take it as it resonates because, I mean, for everyone it's different, of course. But to me, this seems more like, like a life purpose or something major. Okay, something where you have some place where you are heading right into the sun. All right, when I see these two cards, this is a path being formed and it's leading to sunlight ahead, right? And with this one as well, this is leading straight up to the sun, right? So your new path, pile 2, this is the next message. Your new path is going to be revealed to you. It is work in progress and it is something that is of higher standing, okay? Higher, something bigger than you would have ever visualized or thought about, all right? Which is the reason why it's maybe taking time to hatch, right? Now, with the move card and giving and receiving, I'm seeing this card. I'm going by imagery purely here. Okay, I am seeing that you are going to have support on this path, all right? And this is going to be the support mostly of a romantic partner, all right? Because I'm seeing this big heart and then these two hands threaded, everything is like intertwined. So I feel this path is leading you first towards your true love, your divine counterpart, your whatever label you want to use in this, all right? Because you need their support for this big path that you have ahead, all right? Now, I'm sensing that this is not about the romantic partner. Actually, this message is more about your life purpose because it involves a lot of giving and receiving. All right, I sense in this pile 3, you guys might be light workers, you might be healers, or at least wanting to impact the society, or whichever groups you are associated with. You want to impact in a very significant way and in a very loving way, giving and receiving. All right, so this is your destiny that you're moving towards. That's why this entire secret, not secret, but that's probably the reason why you've been kept in this hermit mode, in this quiet time, and like nothing's happening, because things are going to happen very fast now, okay? And it's not just going to be about one thing. I'm sensing very strong life purpose vibes here. This is something you have to know, pile 3, okay? Because this is something you need to know right now, because I don't know, maybe you're getting bored or something, you're just wondering what is happening, right? So this is the universe saying that this path is being carved for you, and your partner, towards the stars. It's a higher calling. Your path to a higher calling is being carved right now, pile 3. All right, you are experiencing a rebirth on your path, on your life path. Maybe at a certain point of time this was not there, but maybe it's just recently happened because of some spiritual awakening or something like that. All right, you are also told that there is something about love and there is something about movement here as well. I don't know, with these 3 cards here, spread your wings, move, and birth rebirth imagery, there is something about traveling, there is something about movement, All right, there is maybe you might meet this love of your life, this divine counterpart while you're traveling, or they are traveling to you. Whatever, there is something to do here in the next phase of your life, in the next path. There's something to do with movement here. I don't know what it is, okay, but that is another message coming through. But mainly, I don't know why I keep getting attracted to this giving and receiving. Because if you notice, seek and receive, right? I was talking about that in the second pile. Ask and you shall receive. All right, and it's almost like you ask the universe what's next, and there you go, you're receiving everything. All right, because you have put in the giving. I sense there's been a lot of work in this pile somewhere. You guys have been working a lot in the background, okay? And now it's time for you to receive all the blessings. All right, all the blessings that you ever wanted, that you probably thought were too much or something like that. Okay, you are now going to get it, right? This, I sense, is also a lot about people. I don't know why I'm getting this vibe. This is the Six of Pentacles actually in the tarot, and this is about generosity, giving, receiving, rewards. You know, it's almost like the universe is rewarding you guys, okay? And you, in turn, will be, rewarding others with that light that you receive from the universe. I mean, it's almost like you are now tapped into the source, okay? And now you can, channel that source energy to other people. And it's a back and forth, back and forth. I mean, I'm just getting, wow, quite overwhelming vibes here. It's almost like you're channeling divine energy and spreading it everywhere. And that's also, for some of you, I sense this would be the combining of your inner masculine and feminine energies, or it could even be union with your divine counterpart. Okay, which is the reason why you've been launched into this life purpose, and that involves a lot of giving and receiving of light, love, knowledge, etc. So this is being given birth to, pile 3. This is your message for right now. So if you're feeling lost, if you're seeking answers, this is your answer. Something very big is coming. Okay, so enjoy this time while you can, okay? Because it's being worked upon. Because once the activity starts, there's going to be a lot of it. All right, and be ready to spread your wings at that time. I'm sensing travel. I'm sensing a lot of connections with people, maybe across maybe the globe, maybe a lot of online communication or something. I'm just seeing you guys just spread your wings. All right, so get ready to spread your wings, pile 3, because this time of rest, this time of seeking is over now, because your answers are coming. All right, so I hope this message was useful, guys. Please let me know. Okay, with that, I'm going to say bye bye. See ya. Bye.